Good evening, welcome back to inthekhud. This is 31st May 2023, 7:04 p.m. and the confusion that I left yesterday's episode at is at an all-time high and I don't quite know what to do with things. There are so many different aspects to this problem that I don't quite know where to begin with. What I will do is I'll firstly just document. I haven't made a Notion tab though for the day, but I will just document the fact that today I spent the whole day working on, I think 7 episodes, show 1 making plus uploading, which they had sent last night only. And because 31st May we have to get done for all the episodes of the month, and a bunch of episodes, show 2, show 3 uploading, and like a few more for show 3 are left, which will be done. So we're pretty much on par for dad's work. That is the entirety of today, and then I picked up another edit to work on for the full-time job. But the major concern is really the fact that the situation that I described in yesterday's video was the entire change in system where you're supposed to be in office 5 days a week. That is definitely not going to work. So I am, as a matter of fact, going to office tomorrow because it's there's something like an introduction or whatever, and they're going to just talk about this new change and new system only. But they've made it mandatory, so I'm going to go to the office. And I think the bigger problem here is that dad, he's been busy with his shoots, so I don't really have anyone whom I can talk to or try and make sense out of the situation. I have Muji and his satsangs to guide me, and I try taking as much guidance as possible from them. It's all in the person. It's not me who's getting I'm the witness of this drama that is happening of life. But it is one thing to know things like these and another thing to apply them and navigate through them in your life, because at the end of the day you have to live life as a person, and as a person you have to do things of a person. So without even discussing with that, I know what the trajectory is going to be. I'm going to send an email saying that I need an exception from this, which honestly, again, even the last few times where I've felt like I need to switch things up with the job, I don't feel it is fair for the agency itself, because I see why it is a mandation or an obligation from their side to want to have employees in the office. But for me, traveling 2.5 hours every single day to office, even if I take that out of the equation, the amount of things I'm missing out on by being in office the entire day. No time for inthekhud recording, no time for learning 3D. I mean, technically I would get time there also, but I mean, if you're in front of people and in the office, then you'll just be handed over more office work to do. So I have no control over my time in that case, and just maxing out my work days. Like, it's like if I leave for the office 10 o'clock in the morning and I come back like 7 o'clock, of course then I will leave also early from there, 6 o'clock. If I come back 7, the only thing I get time to do is go to the gym and then come back. So the entirety of my days is gone. It's gone. And I'm just not fine with that, because right now my schedule is such that I have a lot of control over things, and that's the reason I've been growing a lot. I don't know, it's very weird at this point. And the mind and the person, out of its regular tendencies of anxiety, panic or whatever, I ended up from hibernation when something comes out, reviving my LinkedIn account. So you can search me on LinkedIn now. And the moment I did that, I got a job alert for a Blender animator. I was so happy to see that, because I think about it, this is the perfect time for me to start working on commercial 3D projects. It'll also help me build my portfolio a little more, because the amount of skills I have with 3D now and the amount of work I have to show it's not very proportional. So I need to start doing a lot more commercial work now with 3D, like freelance or whatever, on whatever basis it is. And because I genuinely enjoy working in Blender a lot. The only thing is, when I was trying to apply there, I mean, I know if I do apply and my portfolio is pretty strong, so anyone would at least be interested in talking and trying to see how we can work out or whatever. But they were asking for a resume, and I don't have a resume right now. The last time I had a resume was in 2020, which is when I was trying to apply for a job, which is why I say these past 2 years have been so comfortable, like almost like a safety net of sorts, that this kind of just rapid change in like the last 3-4 days is very disturbing to the person as like, oh my god, things are going topsy-turvy. But it's okay. I mean, I don't even know the point of this documentation. Maybe at some point in future I can look back at this mindset and be like, hey, this person was struggling like this then. But I don't know. I really don't know. At this point I'm very blank. It's good to be blank though. One thing Muji says in his videos, if you just let things be, life takes care of life. And but the mind has this tendency to want to figure things out, to be in control all the time. To think about if I leave the job or if I continue the job, both the situations, right? Imaginary stuff doesn't exist. I believe it into existence. If this, then this, then this, then this. If that, then that, then that, then that. And it's like just self-torture. It's just a human predicament, isn't it? Like, I'm not the first one to go through it. Definitely not the last one. Can I be one of the few who rise above it? That's the question. I don't know. We'll see. But as of now, I want to just stop recording here because there's literally nothing else to document. Tomorrow, I'll be leaving from there early because the sessions are going to end up like 4 or 5 or so. So I'll be back home early. Obviously, record my inthekhud session. And then we'll see how things go. But as of now, I am very clueless. Clueless vlog inthekhud. So I'm noticing that I'm a bit slouched over in my videos and inthekhud. Keep the shoulder blades back and radiate a little more confidence. It's good to see yourself a little confident. Anyway, thank you so much for being in inthekhud. I will catch you tomorrow.